Hi, welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Laura. Hi, hello, welcome. I can't believe it's already time for another update to the Pan Those Eyeshadows project. Pan already. Like, this year is flying by already. Now, I did start my project in December, so that's why we're on update 2. I was ready to start the project back in December, and I'm happy that I did it. So I am ready to share some really exciting progress in this video, and I also think that I'm going to add a 5th shade. I will have my rules to my Pan Those Eyeshadows listed down in the description box, but this was a project started by 𝙍𝙣𝙠𝙨. I will have her channel linked in the description box also. However, she no longer posts on YouTube or Instagram. She's just living her life. I am doing this in a very similar way that 𝙍was doing her project. So I'm doing the concept basically the same exact way that she was doing it previously. So I am rolling a random palette in and I am hand selecting the shade that I'm going to work on. And that's in efforts of me, 1, wanting to touch more of my collection, 2, using shades I actually like instead of forcing myself to use shades that I'm like, I could take it or leave it. So I want to actually enjoy my collection, and I am going to add the 5th shade in, and that's going to be in Makeup With Laney's style. I have seen her and so many people doing a prompt-based eyeshadow project, and if you've been on my channel for any amount of time, I love a prompt-based project. I love a prompt-based project. My year-long project is prompt-based, and Deck of Panning is another year-long one, and it's prompt-based, so why not add a little prompty prompt into this video? I have my information all in front of me, so let's just get started. I have everything in order of how I rolled it in, so we're just gonna start the exact same way that I rolled things in. So we're gonna start things off talking about my 𝙍𝙣𝙠𝙨 Sci-Fi Green palette. This was unfortunately discontinued by 𝙍𝙠𝙨. I'm so sad, but I will have some footage go up of like what the shade looked like at the intro, because this has been in since the introduction of the video. Most of these shades have been in since the intro of the video, but I'll show you guys what this looked like at the intro, and then last month. And then this is what we are looking like today. I have used this shade, but we haven't hit pan in this shade. And I definitely don't overuse it when I do use it. So I basically gravitate my brush on the entirety of the surface of the pan, not just a pinprick little area. I don't know why in particular. I think it's just because it looks like it has hard pan in different areas. So I always am trying to like combat the hard pan. It's not hard pan. It's just like the shift that the shade has. There's a lot of dimension in this metallic. So beautiful. Absolutely love this kind of shade. Perfect. My like perfect everyday neutral kind of green. I flippin' love this palette so much. Continuing to enjoy it. It's not a chore to use at all. The next palette we have to talk about is the Fantasy Cosmetica Druid palette, and I've talked about this so many times on my channel. You guys know I love this palette. I filmed a 3 looks 1 palette. I will have that linked in the cards and in the description box. But Fantasy Cosmetica was kind enough to send this my way last year. This was my first PR thing ever. I'm so happy. I'm very thankful for it. I will show you a clip of how this was looking at the introduction, where we used it 3 times, and then the second update, and that was with the 3 uses in it. And now this is what my Druid palette is looking like. And as you can see, we hit pan in the shade I was working on, Bare Form, but we also hit pan in this guy here, Balance, and then up here in Transformation. And I am so excited that I hit so many pans in this palette. Like, I think the first one I hit, and I actually have that written down, the first one I hit was in Transformation, which is this guy actually. This guy's Transformation. I hit pan in this guy, then I hit pan in Bare Form, and then I hit pan in Balance up here. Moving to the last palette that's been in since the introduction, and this is one of the palettes that's in that big fiasco with the brand. This is the Sour Patch and said brand's collab palette. This is the Sour Then Sweet palette, and I have the shade White Pineapple. I picked this just because I knew I could hit pan in it relatively quickly, but I still thought it was going to be like a challenge to work through. So I'm going to show you what it looked like when we rolled it in. Virtually an untouched shade. I really did not reach for this palette much at all. Here's what it looked like at the first update. I used it 8 times then. And this is what the palette is looking like now. I reached into this palette an additional 18 times. I use this to blend out my crease work. I ended up hitting this pan today. This is the second time I did my makeup today. I was wearing a very much different look than I am now earlier today, but I ended up hitting pan in this, doing this look right now, and I'm so happy about it. And that brings us to our final palette in the rotation this round. So this is my 𝙍𝙪𝙡𝙨 Sashimi City palette. That is a very hard name to say. Can I just say that? Here's what it was looking like when we rolled it in update 1 last month. And I ended up reaching for this 9 times, and I ended up hitting pan in those 9 uses. I did not expect to hit pan. I was doing a pretty significant green look one morning and ended up putting this on like the center of my lid and my inner corner and hit pan, and I was like, no flipping way. Okay, so I had to take a step back and calculate all of my pan percentage, and one, I'm realizing that in my no pan left behind video, I actually had the wrong amount of shades that I mentioned. I have 631 different pans of eyeshadow that I could hit pan in. Like I could see the bottom of them somehow. Out of those 631 shades, I end up having 61 with pan in it. No, 5 of them coming from this update. So I hit pan in 5 different shades this month. I'm like flabbergasted right now. I'm like actually like cannot believe it. So let's roll some shades in. I have everything listed down in my Tiny Decisions app. So let's just generate another shade to go off of. So I'm screen recording too, so maybe I'll have a clip of it instead of me doing it this way. I'll have a clip of it. Nope. Over there. So we're just gonna boop, push that wheel. I'm excited about this. What is going on? So my year-long project pan wanted me to pan a ColourPop product. Then I picked something with cute packaging that was a ColourPop product from Sailor Moon. And now the Sailor Moon Pretty Guardian palette. So my second palette that's rolling in place. What in the world? I just reached for this palette not too long ago to try to hit or try to use every shade in the pan after I filmed my palette tour, which isn't up yet. It'll be up later this month or maybe early March. I reached for this palette. So this is my Natasha Denona Safari palette. Wow. My last palette that I'm going to be rolling in. Oh, how exciting. This is on my desk right now. So this is the Sugar Drizzle On Top of the Mountain and Beneath the Stars or something along that lines. Technically, it's a highlighter palette. I bought it specifically to use as eyeshadows, like topper shades, because I'm super into that right now. So I am going to grab these, but I do also want to roll for Laney's prompts. All right, so I have Delaney's prompts listed on my computer. They are on a Google Doc sheet, and the way that she has them, I'm doing the version that has the duplicates removed from that. So I am going to pick a number 1 through 86 using my Pretty Random app. We get number 12. All right. And that is any matte shadow. All right, so I have mulled over all of my options, and I'm excited and I'm nervous all at the same time. So the first palette that we rolled in is the ColourPop Sailor Moon Pretty Guardian palette, and for this palette, I'm gonna pick this guy here. This is the shade Silver Crystal. It is just a very, very light, like baby pink kind of shade. I think it'll be perfect for February. I am finding myself wanting to wear a lot of romantic looks, a lot of very like baby pink and just neutral kind of eye looks. And I think that this would be really, really pretty. This is it swatched out underneath Glamora there. So hopefully you can see, maybe I'll build this swatch up so you can see it a little bit better. So that is it built up a bit. It's just very, very icy. It's super beautiful. I'm excited to get some solid use in this. Really, really excited. I love this palette. Any excuse to use anything Sailor Moon, I am all for. We know I love Sailor Moon over here, so super happy about this. The next palette we rolled in was the Natasha Denona Safari palette. This is an intimidating palette, guys. This is a very beautiful, very grungy, very my kind of tones, very autumnal kind of color story to me. And these are very deep pans. Natasha Denona, her full-size pans have 2.5 grams of eyeshadow, and this is no different. This is 2.5 grams. There's no way I'm going to be using this to hit pan in a matte shade from this palette. So I'm going to roll in a shade. My only goal is to use this 20 times for the shade that comes out of this. And I'm going to opt for a shade that was in this project last year, and I kind of was wanting to try this, and I saw a comment from a subscriber on how they use blue eyeshadow and how they got comfortable using blue eyeshadow, and it said to set your primer with a like light gray. So that's what I want to do, is I want to use this shade Rhino, and I want to see if I can like figure out how to use blue eyeshadow for me again. Like, I'm excited about it though. So there's definitely some wear in this shade already. I'm nervous, but this is the shade Rhino swatched out underneath the Silver Moon shade. That is it there. Then I rolled in this guy here. This is a Sugar Drizzle palette. This is the On Top of the Mountain and Beneath the Stars. Really long name. It's a highlighter palette technically, but I bought it specifically for eyeshadow, and that's what it counts as in my inventory numbers. It counts as an eyeshadow. It counts as my eyeshadows. So I am rolling this guy in. It's a bunch of topper shades because they are more highlighty, but they are beautiful. You're really not going to see much of a difference, I don't think, on camera. Maybe if I'm tilting it a bit, you can see the different reflex. I'm actually going to be rolling in this first shade here because I think it's going to pair with some of my other shades that I'm trying to pan in other various projects. So I am going to roll this guy in, and this is called Moonlit Sky. Oh, even on top of the gray. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that. Oh, I'm so excited now. So I think this will look really beautiful, and I think it'll actually, if I wore this over top of that gray shade, that could be a really, really easy eye look too. It was really hard for me to pick a shade out of this palette because I think every single one of them is absolutely gorgeous. So you're like, how can I pick my favorite child when they're all beautiful? The last thing we have to talk about is what I rolled in for Laney's like prompt-based idea, and I rolled the prompt a matte shade. So I'm being a little bit nice to myself, and I'm gonna pick something else from my Pretty Guardian palette, and this might be a total cheat shade, but I like the fact that you get to roll things out and roll things in projects. I don't like being stuck with the same thing for months and months and months, and then I'm uninspired, and then I drop off, and then I come back with my tail between my legs months later, and I'm like, well guys, I'm here now. I'm rolling in a very easy shade in this palette. This is the shade, what are you, Shining Moon? Pan is not far away. Like, I'm probably thinking 10 uses tops, and this will get rolled out. Like, part of me doesn't even want to swatch it. This is a matte with shimmer in it. Now, technically it just said a matte shade, but I count this more as a matte than anything. So this is that shade right down here, Shining Moon. It's definitely slightly darker than my skin tone. I can wear it as a more, like, if I want to do a matte look, and the matte is a little bit of something exciting, this looks really pretty, like all over the lid as like a matte eye look. And I just think that I'm going to be able to get a lot of use out of this palette that way. This is so exciting to me, like having 4 brand new palettes that I get to play with and get to figure out looks for. I'm just ready to experiment in my collection. As I've been saying, I know this is like a very much, I want to touch everything in my collection and just figure out what's not like good, what's not, part ways with things if they're not good anymore, that kind of thing. So I'm just really happy about doing that. So I think that by the next update, I'll have 1 pan. I don't know if I'll have more than 1 pan. I'll try, obviously. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you guys hit any pans this month in your projects. If you are panning eyeshadows and pan those eyeshadows, let me know if you are doing it Alexi's way, Laney's way, or your own way, where you're doing it totally different and independent than anyone's doing. I know everyone does this project a little bit different, and that's always really exciting to me. Let me know where I can find your updates, if it's just in my comments or if it's going to be on Instagram or YouTube or on TikTok. Let me know. I would love to watch and catch up with you guys. Other than that, that is it for my video. I hope you guys are staying healthy, sane, and safe, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!